Kawhi Leonard brought Canada its first championship in a major American sport since the Blue Jays' 1993 World Series win. Klay Thompson will miss the majority of next season, and Kevin Durant will miss the entire next season. Anthony Davis is joining the Lakers with LeBron, and the NBA draft is on Thursday. It's like the NBA season never ended. In 2017, the NBA rectified a new collective bargaining agreement that would run through the 2023-2024 season. The CBA is 598 pages long. So yeah, haven't quite made it through the whole thing just yet. But here's what I do know. These are the ABCs of the NBA CBA. That's a lot of letters. So look, the majority of leagues, the NFL, the NHL, the MLS, have hard salary caps. But the NBA has a soft salary cap. Hard caps are like rules that you cannot break. Whereas soft caps, they're rules, but there's some wiggle room. But it'll cost you. Hard caps forbid teams from going above the cap. But soft salary caps allow teams to go above the cap, but it affects the team's privileges in free agency, and they may incur a luxury tax. Just like in Monopoly, except way more expensive. So why have a soft cap? The simple answer is that way teams can keep their own players, which in theory keeps the fan base happy. Are the fans ever happy? Present Raptors fans excluded? Also, the tax that's collected from going over the cap is often redistributed to teams that didn't go over the cap. So there's kind of a multi-million-dollar incentive for owners not to hit the luxury tax. Whereas in Monopoly, you're about to pass go and collect $200. So if you land on the luxury tax, who cares? Pay it, move on. Which, by the way, we are. Moving on, that is, to the Lakers' blockbuster trade that raised a lot of eyebrow. Just the one. Let's go to the roster. Financially, keeping Kyle Kuzma actually made a lot of sense for the Lakers. Kuzma is only going to cost $1.9 million this year and $3.5 million next year, whereas Ingram was on the final year of his contract, and Lonzo would cost $8 million this year and $11 million next year. So, sending Ingram and Lonzo to the Pelicans actually made the most sense. Then, for some reason, sports media decided to ask LeVar Ball what he thought of the trade. Look, there's a couple things I never ask for. To speak to a manager and LeVar Ball's opinion on literally anything. The Anthony Davis trade can't be completed until after July 6th when the moratorium ends. More CBA rules. Now, if for some reason this trade went down after July 30th, the Lakers could get $32.5 million in cap space and AD could keep his $4 million trade bonus. But all signs are pointing to it happening on July 6th. If that's the case, the Lakers won't have enough cap space to add a veteran player to a max contract slot because they'll miss out on about $8.9 million in available cap space. And the Pelicans want this deal done ASAP because getting it done on July 6th means that the Lakers have to trade the draft rights of the number 4 pick rather than the player's contract. The Pelicans' top priority is to make that 4th round pick look as attractive as possible to another team in hopes of getting another veteran player for their team. Basically, the Lakers bought Boardwalk and Park Place, which is a great monopoly, but now they have less money to spend on other properties to fill out their roster. Okay, is it just me or does anybody else really want to play Monopoly? I'll let you be banker. But the one thing you absolutely have to know is that the board man gets paid. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Danielle Alvari, and that is my take on the current state of the NBA. For what it's worth.